The tipping point. Malcolm Gladwell. How little things can make a big difference. The role of the few. Mark Alpert is a slender, energetic man in his 50s. He has dark hair and a prominent nose and two small, burning intelligent eyes. He talks quickly and precisely and is absolute authority. He's the kind of person who doesn't say that it was hot yesterday. He would say that he had a high of 87 degrees yesterday. He doesn't walk up stairs. He runs up them like a small boy. He gives the sense that he's interested and curious about everything. That even at his age, if you gave him a children's chemistry set, he would happily sit down right then and there and create some strange new concoction. Alpert grew up in the Midwest, the son of a man who ran the first discount store in northern Minnesota. He got his doctorate from the University of Southern California and now teaches at the University of Texas School of Business Administration. But there is really no connection between his status as an economist and his Mavonism. Were Alpert a plumper, he would be just exacting and thorough and knowledgeable about the ways of the marketplace. We made our lunch at a restaurant at the lakefront of the Austin. I got there first and chose a table. He got there second and persuaded me to move to another table, which he said was better. It was. I asked him about how he buys whatever he buys, and he began to talk. He explained why he was cable TV as opposed to DC. He gave me an inside scoop on Leonard Martin's new movie guide. He gave me the name of a contact of the Park Central Hotel in Manhattan, who is very helpful in getting a great deal. Malcolm, the hotel is $99 and the rate is $189. He explained what a rate is, the initial but soft retail asking price for a hotel room. He pointed at my tape recorder. I think your tape is finished, he said. It was. He explained why I should not buy an Audi. They are German, so it's pain dealing with them. For a while they would give you a under-the-counter warranty, but they don't anymore. The dealer networking is small, so it's hard to get service. I love driving them. I don't like owning them. What I should drive, I told me Mercury Mystic, because they drive like a much more expensive European sedan. They aren't selling well, so you can't get a good deal. You go to a fleet buyer, you go on a 25th of the month. You know this? Then he rapped into an impossibly long, sometimes hilarious description of the several months he took to buy a new TV. If you and I had gone through the same experience, which involved sending television back and laborious comparison of the tiniest electric detail, that warranty fine print, I suspect we would have found it hellish. Alpert apparently found it exhilarating. Maybe according to the price, are the kinds of people who are avid reader of Consumer Report. Alpert is the kind of maven who write to Consumer Report to correct them. One time they said that the Audi 4000 was based on the Volkswagen Dasher. This was the late 1970s, but the Audi 4000 is a bigger car. I wrote them a letter. Then there was Audi 5,000 fiasco. Consumer Report put them on their list of those shalt not buy because of this sudden acceleration problem. But I read up on the problem in the literature and came to believe it was bogus. So I wrote them and I said, you really ought to look into this. I gave them some information to consider, but I didn't hear back from them. It annoyed the hell out of me. They are supposed to be beyond that. He shook his head in disgust. He had out Mabon, the Mabon Bible. Albert is not, it should be said, the obnoxious know-it-all. It's easy to see how he could be. Of course, even Albert is aware of that. I was standing next to a kid in the supermarket who had to show his ID to buy a cigarette. Albert told me I was very tempted to tell him I was diagnosed with lung cancer. I was diagnosed with lung cancer. In a way, they desire to be a service and influence. Whatever it is, can be taken too far. You can become noisy. I try to be a very passive member. You have to remember that it's their decision, it's their life. What saves him is that you never get the sense that he's showing up. There's something automatic, reflective about his level of involvement in the marketplace. It's not an act. It's very similar to the social instinct of a hacker and Weber. At one point, Albert launched into a complicated story of how to make the best used coupon and renting video at Blockbuster. Then he stopped himself as if he realized what he was saying and burst out laughing. Look, you can save a whole dollar. In a year's time, I could probably save enough for a whole bottle of wine. Albert is almost physiologically helpful. He can't help himself. Maven is something who wants to solve other people's problem, generally by solving his own. Albert said, which is true. Although what I expect is that the opposite is also true. That Maven is someone who solves his own problem, his own emotional needs, by solving other people's problem. Something is Albert was fulfilled in knowing that I would thereafter buy a television or a car or rent a hotel room in New York armed with the knowledge he had given me. Mark Albert is a wonderful, unselfish man. Ray McAlpish, a colleague on his at the University of Texas, told me, I would say he saved me $15,000 when I first came to Austin. He helped me negotiate the purchase of a house because he understands the real estate game. I needed to get a washer and dryer. He got me a deal. I needed to get a car. I wanted to get a Volvo because I wanted to be just like Mark. Then he showed me an online service that had the price of a Volvo all over the state of Texas and wanted me to buy the car. He helped me through the maze of all the retirement plan at the University of Texas. He simplified everything. He had everything possessed. That's Mark Albert. That's Mark Maven. God bless him. His what make the American system great. His what make the American system great.